Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is well, keeping themselves well. Looks like it's a bit of a miserable day today. We had a great day yesterday. Managed to get some gardening done, so that was good. Thank you all for tuning in early for Quick Lesson. This is Quick Lesson 15, and over the past couple of weeks and another sort of week or so, I'm exploring with you playing up on the neck. And we're using what I would call open strings in these chords that we're playing up the neck. And the reason why they're called open strings is because some of the notes that make up the chord are actually on open strings. So C, for instance, that has open strings. G, C, E are open, and only the A is fretted. That means it's an open string. That's all that actually means. Okay, so today we're going to look at C and C. Two ways of playing C down the neck, or up the neck, as I should say, correct myself, right? And up the neck simply means the sound goes higher, right? It's not the direction of your hand, it's the sound that is going higher up. All right, so if we're all here who's going to be here, let's get underway. So you're getting on lightly this week because it's a C, and our C is our favourite chord, isn't it? So C, if you make a C this time with your first finger, right, in the normal position, okay, so we can actually orientate where we are. Now, one thing I should start to say to you is you need to get comfortable using different fingers for chords and not get sort of hidebound by that's always C, because sometimes we want to do different things with our fingers. So try to get used to playing chords with sort of different fingers. It's a good exercise at any rate. So we're going to start with C at the 3rd fret, or normal C. And what I want you to do there now is to slide that finger down, keeping it on the string, on the A string, and go down to the 7th fret. Now you need to start to also work out where, like, the 3rd fret is, the 5th fret is, the 7th fret, and that's what the little dots are telling you on the top of your of the neck of your ukulele when you're looking down at it. Okay, you should have certainly 5 and then 7. So you can very easily find out where 7 is. So we're going to go from 7 down to 5 on a count of 4. Just a very easy, very gentle exercise today. Okay, so on my count of 4, normal C, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, change to C at the 7th fret. Okay, you're only using one finger. Do count of 4 at the 7th fret, and then we'll go back to the 4 on the normal C. Okay, and then we'll stop. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard for any of us, really. Okay, that's just a marker as to where we are. Right, so you can now see that you're playing C, pardon the pun, right? You're playing C higher up the neck. And if we want to use that in a song, for instance, this is how you could do it, okay? So you're immediately getting a different sound, and typically I would use that coming to the end of a verse or coming to the end of a chorus before we then go into either a verse or a chorus, the next verse or chorus, and it just signals a split or a change. So these things are relatively simple to do. The art for you will come when you integrate it into songs. Right, that's the real sort of learning point that I want you to take away. All right, so we've got a relatively simple one from C. 7th fret C. But we can also play C at the 7th fret using a G shape. Now, I thought long and hard about this because the difficulty is now, as much as I try to play it possibly the way you've learned it, that way, it's very difficult for me to move. So apologies if I don't want to confuse anyone, but I'm gonna defer to my my normal shape G, which is this one. I don't understand personally why people are taught to play G that way, because this way has so many many other possibilities. And if you're wondering what this way is, it's this finger first on the A string at the 2nd fret, second finger on the C string at the 2nd fret, and my 3rd finger on the E string at the 3rd fret. And that's the way I play G. And it also means then, if I slide that down to the 2nd position C, okay, it just is so much easier for me. But whatever is right for you is right. Right, there is no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you and you're comfortable with. Right. So so from a G chord now, we're going to slide to a C. All right. So on my count of 4, exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the C, higher on the 2nd position, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 back on the G. Okay. So now we're changing between chords without changing the shape of our fingers. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you get a really interesting sound when you do that. Now we can do that from the C, our single C, right, and go to the C at the 2nd position. And this is where I think my fingering actually favors, because you can see that C with my 1st finger makes the first part of the C chord further down. So I just simply plant a G shape. All right, give that a try first of all before we do it to account. Okay, this way round, if you were going down from the C to that shape, then you've got to make quite a movement to get that on. If you're comfortable doing it, then that's fine. Yeah. So our 2nd position C is a G shape, and it's useful to start thinking about when you're moving around the ukulele fretboard of shapes as opposed to chords, because the shapes can be transposed to be one chord in one position and can be another chord in another position, and that's great for us once we've learned shapes. And if you took part in the workshop last Wednesday, then you'll know that Little Rev talked about shapes, patterns, right? And it's the same sort of thing. We make it work for us. All right. So if you've had a go at moving from C to the G shape C at the 7th fret, let's have a go at just gently going from one to the other. All right, and I'm going to use my G shape. You use whichever G shape is right for you. Okay, on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, right, fairly gently. You can always speed up, through the week as you practice. That's where the practice and the learning comes in about speeding up. It isn't today because we've only got 10-15 minutes. All right, on my count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you're adding interest. And remember, I was talking about as we come out of a verse, or as we come out of a chorus, right? You know, to throw some interest in by going up the neck. All right. One thing did just want to demonstrate to you using this first finger for the C allows us to do whilst we're playing, for instance, something else which is to vary the sound, right? So it's a bit harder if you're doing the full C, you know, from the G, but certainly the single C finger one. Let me just demonstrate, because what it allows you to do, as long as you can actually stretch your fingers, right, you can go from that one to that one using your third finger. And it will sound something like this then. All right. Okay. So so you get the sort of drift. That's certainly that simple C on the 3rd fret and simple C at the 7th fret is very, very useful when you're playing C. Remember, I've been sort of talking for some time now about making our sound interesting, so that we're not dinkying all the time. You know, whether it's finger lifts, passing chords, now playing up the neck. All of those are in your armory, and you use them as and when it feels right to you within the context of the song. You can't be prescriptive about these things. It's just an instinctive feel. But the more you know them, right, the more instinctive it will be. It will just happen without you even thinking about it. All right, let's just press those again. And if you want to have a go, let's just have a go at doing that C to C. First finger, 3rd finger. First finger, 3rd finger. All right. First finger for our normal C. 3rd finger for our 2nd position C. Okay. On my count of 4, fairly brisk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you put in your C at the 7th fret whenever you like, as I just strum this C. Okay, are you doing it? A bit of a stretch, but just have a go whenever you like. It's not important when you do it, it's just adding interest. All right, did you have a go at that? I was just strumming a simple C chord, and obviously that's what will happen. Some people will just be strumming C, and other people will be playing variations. As long as we're all playing C, right, it will sound great. You know, it's only a pity that we can't all hear each other doing it, because you will actually hear the difference that would make. Okay, did anyone else have a go? Yeah, okay, brilliant. Okay, fairly simple, fairly easy, and a lot of things are fairly simple and fairly easy. But unless we actually get shown them, we don't actually do them. You know, we just stick with what we know, and it doesn't take much practice before that becomes a natural thing for you to do. Okay, if there are any queries on that, and if you do want to try, you know, my version of G, let's see, give it a go. Let me just go over the fingers again. It would be 1st finger, 2nd fret of the A string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the C string, and 3rd finger makes the delta, is the 3rd fret of the E string. Okay, I just find that so much more versatile. But I've always done that. When I play the guitar, I play a D chord that way around as well, which is opposite to how you get taught. I'm not sure why that came about, but it did many years ago. And I've just found it so much easier to get other chords on. Because next week we'll be looking at G, and you will see then how the value of it then as well. All right then. So thank you very much for tuning in. I will post a video of this for you if you want to look at your leisure, and I'll hopefully try to get that up as fast as I can. Had a problem last time, but Quick Lesson 14 is now up there for you. So many thanks. We're going to take a short break now, and we'll be back with our session at around about past. So thanks once again, and see you soon.